Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are y'all this morning? I hope you all are doing well. I hope you're having a great morning. It's another beautiful day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Come on in, don't be shy. Say hi. Don't forget to like, share, and don't forget to like, share, and comment. That's it. And tell a friend, let them know we're on. But real quick, I'm not gonna be here long. Hey Facebook, hey YouTube. A lot of times when you're asking God questions and you keep asking the same question, guess what? You're gonna keep getting the same answer. You know what I'm saying? Like He's not gonna change who He is to fit who you think you are or who you think you want to be. He's always going to remind you of what He said, when He said it, and why He said it. Okay. So listen, that's why I'm on here today. This is just a reminder. And so, I'll be asking God, why are we still in this place and why we still feel like we have to stand still, woody boop, dot, dot, dot. But He just keeps saying, good morning, sis. He just keeps telling me, be strong and courageous. And as I was standing there getting ready today, it was clear as day, the birthing room. You are in the birthing room. It's time to give birth. Honey, you cannot stay in the womb forever. Okay. You cannot stay. I know you feel great. I know it's comfortable. I know that you feel like you're getting everything you need and this is a good place, and you in the background, or you don't want to be seen. But He said it's time to give birth. It's time for you to come out of the womb. It's time for whatever's in your womb to come out and to be seen, and that the glory of God can be shown upon it. But He said, be strong. Did I not command you to be strong and courageous? I remember when I was giving birth to my third son. Listen, and I was there by myself at the time, and I felt the contractions coming, and I knew I had to push. You know what I'm saying? And my mom was there, and she grabbed my hand, and I said, I can't. And she said, yes, you can. And I said, okay. And so I began to push, and when I began to push, there he was. I mean, it was real quick, and that's the point. You're gonna have to push. Like, it's not gonna just happen. The baby's not just gonna come out. You are not getting a C-section, honey. Sorry, not sorry. You are going to have to push. And pushing is going to bring about the change in your life. This push that you give to give birth, because you got to come out. Yes, sis, that's what He said. You got to come out. You cannot stay in that place. You can't stay in that comfort zone. You can't stay in the dark. You cannot stay in the back. You cannot stay. No, you got to come out, because there is a work that you have to do, but you are going to have to push. Okay? You're going to have to push past the past. You're going to have to push past those thoughts of saying, what if? You're going to have to push past all that. You're going to have to push. Because it's time. Mariah Carey walking around here, every time we turn around, it's time. It's time. It's the most wonderful time of your life. Come on, Jesus. This is the most wonderful time of your life. This part right here that you have never seen, you have never experienced. You may have thought you done had some good days, but honey, let me tell you something. Your ladder is about to be greater than your past, but you're going to have to push. Okay, all that pain and all that suffering, all them contractions you've been having, girl, it is time, son. It is time for you to be there to hold the hand of somebody, to help them push. You are the birth pusher in this season. You're going to have to give birth. Okay, I'm telling you what He told me. Like, He can't tell me no more plain than that. I got to push. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to come out if I don't push. If I don't push past doubt, if I don't start pushing past what I thought it should be, what I think it should be. You are on the path God has for you. You are pregnant with what God gave you. So you're going to have to push to get it out. And you got to be strong, and you got to be courageous. This ain't time to be weak and timid, because there's nothing weak and timid about you. Great is He that is in you than he that is in the world. If Christ is in you, you got everything you need. I'm looking around my room. This is my birthing room. Like, I got to get a sign and go on this door, say the birthing room. Because where I'm sitting at is the place I'm going to get birth to. That other people going to come and rejoice at your birthday. You know what I'm saying? What you give birth, other people are going to come. They've been waiting, just like they were waiting on Jesus. They were waiting on Jesus. They was waiting on the time and the season, and it came and it happened. There are people that are waiting on what you have so that they can come and see, so they can offer their gifts to help you, so they can offer what they have to assist you, so they can offer what they have. Because you're not going to do this by yourself. And he told Joshua, he said, Moses is dead. Okay. You are the one. Your past is dead. You are the one. You are in the presence. And I need you to take these people over the Jordan to the promised land. It's time. I know you don't feel like it. I know you wanted to be last year. I know you wanted to be the year before. I know that you wanted to be 10 years ago. Okay, but that wasn't the time. Maybe you did give birth to something then. This is something greater. So you got to I know you're comfortable. I know it feels good. That's what I'm telling myself. I'm like, Lord, I don't want to do all that. You be honest with the Lord. He's going to be honest with you. He said, I ain't asked you all that. I anointed you. I called you before you was even in your mother's womb. This is my plan. When you surrendered your life to me and said, not my will, but your will be done. This is my will. And my will is to prosper you. My will is to bring you into a greater place. My will, I said, if you will humble yourself under me, I will exalt you. Well, look, I'm exalting you. Get up. You're going to have to push, though. You're going to have to push you got to be intentional about the push. You got to bear down and push. When you feel that the pain of something, push through it. When you feel the anxiety of something, of moving forward, push through it. Why? Because God says, I am with you. He told Joshua, he said, when he told him to be strong and good courage in verse 9 of Joshua 1:9, he said, do not be afraid nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. So even when you feel that pain or when something reminds you of a failure, push through that. Why? Because God said, I am holding your right hand. I am holding you with his right hand. I am walking with you. I am with you. You are not birthing by yourself. You are not walking through this by yourself. You can trust me to have gone before you to make the crooked way straight. You can trust me that ain't nobody going to be able to stop this. You can trust me that the enemy does not have access to you. He can't stop you. He can't deter you. He can't destroy you. Why? Because I have a hedge of protection around you. All I need you to do is push forward. All I need you to do is trust me that everything is okay, that this is the time of your life. It's time. But you got to push. You got to push past that feeling of what if it don't work. Honey, it's going to work. This time, you're going to get further than you've ever been. But you're going to have to push. You're going to have to push. You ain't pushing to be seen. You're not pushing. You're pushing out what God gave you to birth. And I'm telling you, I'm in this room and I'm looking around at everything that God put inside of me. What's stopping me? Nothing is stopping me. Nothing is stopping you but you and what you believe. If you believe that you can't do it, then you're not going to do it. But it ain't because God said you can't. It's because you keep saying it. You saying the opposite of what he said. You got to say the same thing. You can do this. Okay, I can. What? I can do this because he is with us to do it. He said, I never leave you nor forsake you. I'm right here. I'm very present. I am your helper. You may have gave birth to them babies by yourself in the natural. He said, but this baby, I don't abandon what I plant. I don't leave nobody behind that I have brought into this, that I have purposed to be in this earth. So I am with you every step of the way, even until the ends of the earth. So you don't have to worry about me leaving you flat. You don't have to worry about me being a deadbeat because I provide for what I purpose. Come on, somebody. I stick by what I have put in this earth. Regardless of what the enemy says, regardless of your past, I am with you to go forth in this birthing season. But you're going to have to push. You're going to have to push past wanting to just sit on the couch and watch TV. You're going to have to push past that. You're going to have to push past wanting, everybody else, certain people to be with you. You're going to have to push past that and just go on in the room. You're going to have to push past the lies that the enemy has told you that you're a failure, that you'll never get. That's a lie. This is not that. And that prepared you for this. So you got everything you need to go forward, to be who you are. There are people waiting for you, who you are, who God has created you to be, your talents, your gifts, your wisdom, your knowledge. They are looking for authenticity. They're looking for somebody that's authentic. They're looking for somebody that actually may have gone through something and can help them understand where they are. You are that person. But you got to be willing to push. There's friendships, relationships, jobs, opportunities waiting for you, but you got to push past the lies that the enemy saying that you're not qualified, or you don't have enough, or you're not good enough, or smart enough, or the right color, or the right gender. You got to push past that and get to that place that God has. You can't stay in this womb forever. You can't stay in mourning forever. You can't stay in the grave, honey. He calling you out. You got to come. You got to come out. You can't stay there. Sorry, not sorry. I know you feel like you don't got far enough. No, there's further you can go. But you're going to have to push. You're going to have to receive his invitation. You're going to have to receive his invitation to come higher. You're going to have to say yes again. Yeah, I know you say yes, but there's another yes. There's another level of surrender. There's another level of nevertheless, not my will, but your will be done. Why? Because this is what's going to bring people into their next. Joshua was leading the people into their next. They had been in the wilderness, wandered for 40 years. Things had, the people, that generations had to die that didn't believe. And so God says, now is the time that you cross the Jordan and you take the people into the place that I promised. And he was telling them, he was giving instructions. He said, I chose you. As I was with Moses, I'm going to be with you. You got to understand, he going to be with you. If he chose you, he going to be with you. If he chose you, he going to support you. If he chose you, he going to stand by you. If he chose you, he going to fight for you. If he chose you, he going to make ways out of nowhere. If he chose you. And when Joshua got the courage to say, okay, and he began to step, guess what? The Jordan parted and they walked across the water again. Oh, y'all know what just hit me. Did you not know they had to cross the Red Sea? The water had to part because the first time, so he had to do it again. Oh man, that is, oh my God, I just got that. He had to go do it again. He had to step, but this time he had to step. And when he stepped in the Jordan, the Bible says that the waters parted. Last time it was this. Now you're going to have to make steps. The first time it was a surrender. Come on, Holy Ghost. Now you're going to have to step. And when you step, everything that looked impossible gonna have to move out of the way to clear the path for you to go into that place of promise. That's why he said you're gonna have to step this time. This time, you're gonna have to trust me. This time, you're gonna have to take me at my word and step. You're gonna have to push past everything else and step. The first time you surrender, but now you're going to have to step. You're going to have to step into this. You're going to have to move. You're going to have to trust me with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. You're going to have to listen and obey my voice. You're going to have to keep my word in your heart, hide it and keep it in your mouth. You're going to have to know that I am God. And besides me, there is no other. You're going to have to be mindful of what you listen to and who you hear in this place. Because as you are stepping, things are happening. As you step, things are moving out of the way. Things that have plagued your family, things that have plagued your business, things that have plagued your life. As you step into this place that I am asking you and calling you to, things will not be able to hinder you any longer. Miracles, signs, wonders will happen when you step. But it starts with the push. It starts with you realizing that it's time. And God is calling you to something. He is asking you to birth something into this earth. I don't know what it is. That's not none of my business. He didn't tell me that. I'm just telling you what he told me. And maybe it resonates with you. But until you step, you're not going to see. You can shoulda, coulda, woulda, all you want. You can what if yourself to death. But you're not going to live until you step. You're not going to see until you get up. That baby cannot, you ain't going to get no C-section. You ain't going to just get it and they going to take it out. No, ma'am. You gonna have to push. I can't talk to nobody else. I had to push mine. I ain't get no C-section. And then my last one just came out so fast, the doctor almost missed her. But you're gonna have to step this time. But remember, the steps of a righteous man, a good man, are ordered by the Lord. You're not taking wayward steps anymore. You're not winging it. He's leading you and he's telling you what to do. If you follow what he's telling you to do, if you push past your comfort, you push past your fear of what if I'm rejected? What if I'm abandoned? What if nobody receives? That's a lie, because God already told you there's people waiting. So cast down that lie that tries to exalt itself. If God already told you people waiting on you, you ain't going to be rejected, honey. Everybody ain't going to receive you, but there going to be more that receive you than reject you. Everybody not going to understand your faith walk, but there's some people that do. That's who you got to make sure you are around, people that understand faith and not fear. People that walk by faith and not by sight. People that seek the Lord while he may be found. Not people that seek him after he done passed them by. So it's crucial. You can't have everybody in the birthing room either. There was a time that only the husband and wife or one other person could be in there. Then they just made it open for everybody, and then it caused more chaos than it did comfort. So you got to let God choose who can even be in the birthing room with you. Who can be a part of this birthing right now? Everybody can't be a part of the birthing, but everybody can see after. There's some after people. But while you getting ready, you need some now people that's going to walk with you and hold your hand and tell you, you can do this. You ain't got to make them see. You ain't got to beg them to see. They going to see. And they're going to encourage you to keep pushing. Them the people you need. And only God knows who those people are. Just like you need the doctor and the nurse and the midwife and the anesthesiologist and all these other people qualified to walk with you, qualified to help you give birth. You need people qualified that God called qualified, not man. God, to help you push. And I'm your pusher. Push me as I push you. You see somebody wanting to do better, push them. You see somebody wanting to know the Lord, push them. Get past your fear of, what if I don't say the right thing? Girl, the Holy Ghost will give you what to say at the time. He said, don't even worry about that. But this is your time. Now, this may not be for everybody, but it's for somebody. This is your time to push past that fear of I'm not qualified and give birth to that new job. Give birth to that relationship. Yes, the other ones fail, but this is your time to say, it's time for me to give birth to who God says I am. And from that comes new experiences, new relationship, a love that will love me like I love myself. Friendships that will walk with me. I don't have to be afraid of being vulnerable no more, because this is the time God is allowing me to encounter those that truly have my best interest. The business, the ministry, whatever it is. But you're going to have to push, you're going to have to step. You're going to have to get active. You got to get active. So God bless you all. I'm about to get active. I'm about to get out of here and get to going to work. But y'all have a good day. It's time. Every time around this year, but it's ringing even more. It's the birthing season. We celebrating the birth of Christ and woo, dot, dot, dot. But this is your time. And I'm not saying the month of December only. I'm just saying the time that you are in. The time that you have waited for. But it's going to require you to push and step out in faith and watch God work miracles for you. God bless you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.